Welcome back to my writer's room, everybody. I am Matt Wallace, and thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to come hang out with me here in my lonely little writerly sanctum. I'm hands-free today because I'm going to be doing a request. Tristina Wright and several other people, since I started this daily vlog, have requested an office tour. It's a particular kink of writers. We like to be a voyeur and go inside the other workspaces of other writers and see what they're all about. It's just something we all kind of fantasize about, but don't really talk about too much. Me not being naked on the vlog is brought to you by our T-shirt of the day, which is it's a Daredevil. I'm not a particular fan of Daredevil. I just happen to really like the artwork on the shirt. I do like the Netflix series, but I don't like it for Daredevil. I like it for Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, which is like, that's my jam. It's like, he plays a fat kid who became a supervillain. So I can't, I mean, that's like, those are my biggest aspirations all day. I was a fat kid who wanted to be supervillain. So I think he's brilliant on that show. That's the reason I like the show. Not a big fan of Daredevil, but again, the artwork on the shirt is very good. I thought today I would start with my desk, and maybe tomorrow we'll do the rest of the office, but I have a lot of crap on my desk, so I think that's enough for one video. I like to rotate stuff on my desk. I have other stuff in the closet, and I'll show you that when I do the rest of the office. But yeah, so let's start with the desk. What do you say? Bam! So this is the desk that I write on. So the desk itself, you can see, the desk is actually really interesting because my wife and I made this desk. We didn't do the woodworking or anything. We're not woodworkers, but we found this like $30 table on Craigslist and brought it home. We kind of liked, if you can see like the lines right there, like this part, we kind of like the sort of vintage deco kind of feel of the lines. So we brought it home. It was like 30 different cheap wood grain colors. So we sanded it down and painted it red because I just decided, fuck it, I want to have a red desk. I've never had a red writing table before. Let's make it red. Let's make it different. If we're going to customize a desk, why not? So, and also it's very dangerous, I found out, to give my wife a belt sander because it really brings out her OCD. And it's amazing that this desk is not toothpicks because she did not want to stop. I'm telling her, babe, you've taken off all the paint and the varnish. It's all gone. She's like, no, I got to go one layer deeper. It was always one layer deeper with her. So we actually made the desk that I write at every day. And when we moved into this house a few weeks ago, before we moved, she said, so we're moving into a house. Do you want a new desk, a new writing desk? Do you want to get rid of the old desk? I'm like, what are you talking about? We made this desk together with our own hands. This is a desk that I made with my wife. I'm going to write on this desk until I die. And I like it. It's a very simple, some writers like to have expansive, if you've ever read On Writing by Stephen King, I love the thing that he talks about with his desk. If you've never seen that, I'm not going to tell the story, but go look at it. But I like a simple little writing table. And this is what this is. It's a simple little writing table. It has one little drawer. Well, actually, we'll look at the drawer. Hopefully there's nothing in the drawer with my address on it, which there isn't. Awesome. So this is what's in this is the organic whoosh that I use to clean my laptop. This is a Bluetooth remote for my camera that doesn't work because I bought a cheap tripod. That's a push dagger. That is an RMJ tactical push dagger. It's their Reaper model. I love RMJ stuff. I carry that whenever it's legal. That's my little automatic knife that I use every day to open things. These are some cigars that my cousin got me for my wedding that I haven't smoked yet, that my mother doesn't want me to smoke, and she keeps sending me warnings about smoking. That's a Spider-Man notebook. These are a bunch of papers, some of which probably do have my address on them. These are stamps, I think, back here. And it's a cloth that I use to clean. So that's what's in the drawer. That's my laptop, obviously. That's where the magic happens. This is my phone charger cord and my earbuds. This is my fidget. This is what I fidget with when I work. My little Spider-Man action figure with the broken off web slinging fingers and the glued back on web slinging hand. That's my fidget. I don't know what to say about that. It's a notebook and pen, valuable things to have. That's my Slinky. That's my other fidget. I play with a Slinky. This is a coaster, obviously, when I have drinks in here, which I can't have now because we've been having an ant problem. That's old school 20s, 30s cereal Captain America with a gun. Never seen that shit before, have you? Some friends, this is actually part of a set. The rest of these are in the living room. Some friends of ours got these in London, I think at Piccadilly Circus. bunch of pop culture coasters. These are Kleenex because I was born with terrible sinuses. This is the stuff that's on the desk right now. It's mostly wrestling and Star Wars. I like to change things out, but Last Jedi is coming out, and I've been doing a new wrestling YouTube channel, so this stuff felt appropriate. This is a Darth Tater that a friend of mine got me years ago, and I love it because it's hilarious. This is a special edition Shockmaster wrestling action figure. You see he's upside down there. That my friends Laura Burns and John Smart got me at a convention. I forget which convention, but if you don't know who the Shockmaster is, look that up. It's one of pro wrestling's most hilarious bloopers. This is a bar glass that Tor.com Publishing sent me as a gift for being part of their launch line of books, which was very cool. It's a bottle of rum that my mother brought me back from Jamaica. This is a print by an pop culture artist called Durden. It's Star Trek. It's either I don't understand if this is cosplayers or it's supposed to be the actual characters, but it's Star Trek meets Star Wars, basically. It's a cool little print that some friends of ours gave me, I think, for my birthday. This is a cheap little, I'm crumpling things. This is a cheap little off-brand knockoff wrestling toy that I got either in Tijuana or Mexico City. I don't remember, but I've had this forever and I love it. This is an Empire Strikes Back tin that I've had since I was a kid, actually. You can see my mother wrote $5 on it and tried to sell it at a yard sale one time, but it either didn't sell or I took it before she was able to. But I've had this forever. It's an original tin from Empire Strikes Back. There's nothing in it, but yeah. This is a little BB-8 that I got at Target just because I wanted a BB-8 on my desk because I love BB-8. This is a Superman bank. It's a plastic bank that I've had this since I was a real little kid. I got that in California, like the Warner Brothers store in a mall when I was like 10 or 11. This is that's the Undertaker, obviously. This came out of a Slam Crate, I think, and it's old school. Mid-90s Undertaker when he broke his orbital bone and they did the angle where Mankind burned his face. And that's a very cool figure. That is a picture of me and my wife dancing at her sister's wedding. This was on the Queen Mary. They got an old school 60s style garage band to come play. And I just like that picture because, when we're very old, we can look back and it'll prove that we danced. We danced. Andre the Giant Funko that my brother and sister-in-law gave me for my birthday. You got to have at least one Funko. If you're going to have one Funko, Andre the Giant is the one to do. This is a little skull shot glass that they were giving out when my wife and I went to see the new Ghostbusters movie. They did a tie-in with Dan Aykroyd's Skull vodka brand. And they had a signature cocktail at the AMC, and then they gave out these little shot glasses, which I will always take a skull shot glass for free. And inside is a little Susan B. Anthony dollar that I found at a vending machine. Only in America would somebody put $1 into a vending machine that requires a quarter, just because it substitutes a quarter, despite the fact it's you're paying $1 to pay 25 cents. That's a very American thing, I feel like. This is a little, that is an actual Skull vodka, little mini bottle. I don't remember why I have this, but it goes with the skull. This is really cool. This is a Darth Maul cookie jar that has nothing in it right now. I've had that for a long time too. I got that in New York so I got that in New York at Forbidden. I'm sorry I haven't shaved, by the way. It's been a very busy day. I recorded a new episode of Ditch Diggers earlier with Mur Lafferty, our Writing as a Job podcast. So I've recorded. I got up a little late because we had ants in our bedroom and we were up until 1 a.m. trying to kill them just so we could rest. So I kind of look like shit, so I apologize about that. But I got that Darth Maul cookie jar at Forbidden Planet in Union Square in New York when I lived in New York. And the staff was pissed because I guess if no one bought that by the end of that day, then they were going to get to fight over, and everyone wanted that cookie jar. And you can see it's a fucking awesome cookie jar. It would have to be. Why else would I keep something from the Phantom Menace on my desk? I fucking hate that movie. But Darth Maul remains the one cool thing they did, and I love that cookie jar very much. This is really cool here. I don't know why it has a marker in it, but that is a beer stein. It says Hawk View, and it has my name on it. That is a stein that my journalism teacher, my sophomore year of high school, my last year of high school, as it turned out, she gave I was on the newspaper. I was the creative arts editor of the newspaper. I actually invented the creative arts section. There was no creative arts section before I came along, and I was like, we should have one, and let me edit it. And they did that. She, Mrs. Franks was her name. So she left the school to take another job, and before she did, she gave all the editors steins with their names on them from the Hawkview. The newspaper was called the Hawkview. I went to La Quinta High School. We were the Blackhawks, so it was the Hawkview. So yeah, that's a present she gave me, and that was very. I had a very tenuous relationship with my scholastic career, as you can see, because I left school in my sophomore year of high school. But I really did not like school. But journalism was like the one thing I enjoyed about school, and I enjoyed that class, and I liked Mrs. Franks very much. So I was very touched about that gift, and I've kept it all these years, and I still keep it on my desk. So that's a thing that I do. So yeah, that is my desk. One more, just kind of get the overview here. This is the desk I write on every day. This is where it all happens. And tomorrow I'll show you the rest of the office and all the hidden little nooks and crannies and all the rest of the crap that I have. So I hope that was worth it. It was a request. It was Tristina, a bunch of other people seconded it. They wanted to see the office, so we'll start with the desk. And I will be back at you tomorrow with the rest of the office tour to wrap out the second week. Wrap up the second week of the daily vlog. And again, really appreciate your continued support, everybody. Please continue liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. If you have a request for a vlog you'd like me to do, leave it in the comments. Be happy to do it. Be happy to answer any questions you have. I'm Matt Wallace, and I will see you tomorrow.